going to explore some amazing place in Sukabumi. And I'll be the one to introduce the very first place to you. Today, I'd like to take you on a culinary trip on the street food in Sukabumi, which is Dewi Sartika Street. For those of you who love snack, to place in probably not stronger at all, here you can find all kind of uniquely affordable and absolutely addictive street food. Let's start with a legendary snack. For first is telur gulung. Who doesn't love telur gulung? With just with an egg, a square, and some spicy sauce, we can enjoy this nostalgic childhood snack and remains a favorite among all age even today. Next up, we have seblak. This spicy dish, original from Bandung, has become a favorite everywhere, including on Dewi Sartika Street. With chewy crackers, spicy savory soup, and various toppings like chicken feet, meatballs, and sausage, it's truly irresistible. After eating something spicy, don't forget to try pochi tea. This drink comes in various fruity flavors with chewy jelly toppings. It's the perfect way to cool down your throat. There's also cimol, those round chewy balls that are fried until crispy on the outside but stay soft inside. With spicy or salty seasoning, the taste is simply amazing. Don't miss out on a papeda, a traditional food from Papua with uniquely sticky texture served with yellow sauce. Even though it comes from Eastern Indonesian, papeda already has many fans here in Sukabumi. So, for those of you who like unique combination, try telur chewy tteokbokki balls dipped in egg and fried. It's savory, chewy, and best enjoyed while still warm. There are still so many other snacks you can find on Dewi Sartika Street, like batagor, basreng, and anything else with sausage, crepes, and even mochi ice cream. All of them are sold at affordable price, perfect for students, university kids, or families who just want to enjoy an afternoon stroll while snacking. Besides the delicious food, the atmosphere on Dewi Sartika Street is lively, warm, and truly full of joy. The vendors are friendly and vibe is careful, and you can enjoy your snack while treating and hanging out with friends. So if you ever visit Sukabumi, don't forget to stop by Dewi Sartika Street, taste the local snack, feel the vibrant street food experience, and bring home sweet memories you'll never forget. That's all from me. I hope this inspired your next culinary adventure. Thank you and happy snacking. For the next class will be explained by Hani.
Hello everyone, my name is Hanifa Shaida and you can call me Hani. Have you ever heard of a place where history, architecture, and the heartbeat of a city come together in perfect harmony? That place is Sukabumi City Hall, or what we call Balai Kota Sukabumi. Balai Kota Sukabumi is a proud symbol of our city's identity and resilience. Sukabumi City Hall, located at Erjangsulit Street, number 25, Chikole Village, Chikole District, is the center of Sukabumi city government. This is not just an office building, it is a heritage site, rich in history and cultural value. Balai Kota Sukabumi was officially inaugurated on February 22 in 1925 elements, giving it its timeless elegance that continues to impress visitors to this day. Outside, Sukabumi City Hall stands tall and dignified, showcasing the distinctive style of Dutch colonial architecture that has been thoughtfully adapted to Indonesia's tropical climate. The building highlights a balance between governmental function and aesthetic value, making it one of the most recognizable visual icons of Sukabumi City. One of the most striking elements is the high steep gable roof with clean lines that enhance the building's sturdy and formal impression. This roof design is not only characteristic of colonial architecture, but also climate responsive. It allows rainwater to flow efficiently and help maintain a cool interior temperature. At the front of the building, large classical style pillars support the entrance terrace. These pillars emphasize the formal and symmetrical appearance typical of government buildings from the colonial era. Between the pillars lies a broad staircase leading to the main entrance, reinforcing the building's monumental presence when viewed from afar. The facade of the building is dominated by shades of white with clean architectural lines that create a neat and elegant appearance. These bright tones were chosen to reflect sunlight, reduce surface heat, and emphasize cleanliness and formality. Large, evenly spaced windows are lined symmetrically along both sides of the structure. These wide openings are a key feature of tropical architecture, allowing for natural lighting and effective cross ventilation. Some windows with wooden glazes or shutters, ensuring both aesthetic appeal and functional comfort by providing shade and privacy. The garden and front yard are just as appealing. A well-organized green space in front of the building reinforces the city hall's image as a public-friendly environment, not merely an exclusive government office. Pathways, ornament plants, and leafy trees create a calm, inviting atmosphere for anyone who visits. In terms of form, the building reflects symmetrical and balanced proportions, aligned with colonial architectural principles that value visual order and harmony. Overall, the exterior appearance of Sukabumi City Hall sends a clear message. This is a building that not only functions as a center of government, but also embodies beauty, heritage, and openness to the community. Over the years, it has become more than just a center for administration. It is a public space, a meeting point, a cultural landmark, from official ceremonies to community events, from historical celebration to youth-gathering. Balai Kota Sukabumi is where stories of the city are told and retold. Dear friends, let us not take this piece of history for granted. Let us embrace it, protect it, and promote it. Sukabumi City Hall is more than just a landmark. It is a reflection of who we are and where we come from. So, next time you pass by the heart of Sukabumi, don't just pass. Stop, step inside, take a photo, and feel the pride of our past still standing tall today. Thank you for your attention, and the next video will be explained with Nazma.
Hello, Sukabumi friends and lovers of this historic city. Let me introduce myself. My name is Dinas Manushatpa. Today, I'm going to take you on a tour of one of the iconic spots in the heart of Sukabumi City. Specifically in the Dago area in Jalan Insinyur Haji Juanda. Here stands a monument that not only marks location but also symbolizes the residents' love for their city. It's called the Kusukabumiku Monument. What is the meaning people of Sukabumi. Let's explore together. Dago Sukabumi isn't just a name change. This area was previously known as Cadastres during the Dutch colonial era. However, over the past 10 years, President Hap began called it Dago, a Sundanese for meaning Ngadagoan, a place to lay together similar to the concept or ngabuburit in Bandung. Since December 2020, this area has been a fully functioned as a beautiful pedestrian area. The road has been transformed into a pedestrian park equipped with benches, garden light, and greenery, making the atmosphere more comfortable for hanging out and taking a leisurely stroll. However, with the influx of street vendors or PKL occupying this area, the quality of the pedestrian area has declined. The asphalt is slippery, the plants are damaged. The government has renovated the area, making the work and pressing the painting medium, upgrading the garden light, and replacing all trees with Tabebuya trees for more shade and beauty. Street vendors who previously sold in Jalan Dago were temporarily repolluted the Jalan Dewi Sartika to keep the pedestrian space clean and protected. This policy has been met with what of pros and cons. Some vendors like they are starting from scratch, but the goal is to maintain the comfort and sustainability in the city area. At night, Dago Sukabumi is often a gathering place for young people. Unfortunately, there were some issues such as power outage, but when they're back in operation, the atmosphere became even more beauty and several memories. In the following part, the atmosphere becomes even busier. Pedestrians fill the area. Street vendors sell their goods, and families enjoy the public space together. Classic style lamp posts and red and white flags in every corner emphasize the festive spirit. This is Dago Sukabumi, not just a center of economic activities, but a warm, inclusive social space full of togetherness. Next, we move to a wider pedestrian corridor. On the left side, a banner reading Dirgahayu, and red and white decoration clearly indicate that this moment was captured around August, when people celebrate Indonesian independence. People are walking casually, some are sitting and resting. Everything feels lively yet still orderly. In the distance, a monument stands tall as the main landmark of the Dago area. Here, we see another side of Dago, where colorful murals decorated the walls along the roadside. Some people appear to be resting or waiting for transportation, giving a relaxed and down-to-earth atmosphere, surrounded by shady trees and a clean pedestrian zone. Motorcycles are neatly lined up on the left side, and the community's activities appear lively yet orderly. Next is an image of a large intersection area not far from SPN Sukabumi. Rows of public transportation vehicles or angkot and other cars are passing by, indicating that this area is a hub of citizen mobility. That was a glimpse of Dago Sukabumi as captured last year. Inaugurated by the city government and according around 2005, this monument is named Sukabumi. to represent the community experience of love for the earth and the city of Sukabumi. Located in the center of pedestrian area in front of City Hall, the monument replaces the previous monument known as the Cross Emperor's Family's Monument. The structure consists of 5 the floating pillars supporting a blue globe, and the right and left side statues or holy and pillar pilates. To the richness of the local weathers, the 5 pillars represent the hopes of future generation, the spirit of the city's natural and cultural reserve. Dago Sukabumi is a highly strategic area located in the city centers, described and surrounded by various important public facilities. Along the road, new roads, walls, public transportation hall, and even a village in transportation that serve a major strategic function. Furthermore, on both sides of the road and network lined with food court and food vendors from like snacks to local specialties. Come on, visit Dago Sukabumi and experience the atmosphere for yourself. If you're into there, share your experience in the comments. Don't forget to like and share this video, and Zahra will explain the located in the next video.
Hello everyone, my name is Zahra Nabila Pratama. Today I'm here at one of the most iconic and must visit place if you ever come to Sukabumi. This is Lapang Merdeka Sukabumi. For those of you who don't know yet, Lapang Merdeka is literally located right in the heart of Sukabumi City. The location is super strategic, close to Gedung Juang 45, the Great Mosque, the City Hall, basically right in the city center. So it's super easy to find. In the mornings, this place is always packed with people exercising. Some are jogging, doing aerobic, playing basketball, playing soccer, and there are even people just sitting around, sipping coffee, and casually watching others passing by. The vibe is super chill, fresh, especially because there are lots of big celebrities here. And it's not just for sports. Sometimes there are also cool events happening here, from music events to culture festival. All of these activities are often held here. So Lapang Merdeka isn't just a place for exercise. It's also a spot where people of Sukabumi gather and have fun together. The facilities here are pretty complete too. There's a nice running track, chill sitting area, a kids playground, basketball courts, futsal fields, and even sailing communities often gather here. So it really suits all age, from little kids to the elderly. If you are looking for Instagrammable spot, don't worry. Around Lapang Merdeka, there are plenty of cool spots to take picture, from aesthetic area under the big trees to historical buildings like Gedung Juang as your background. Oh, and one thing I really love about Lapang Merdeka, The vibe here is just so positive. Everyone seems happy, people greet each other, and there's this really strong sense of togetherness here. So, this is your first time visiting Sukabumi, you should definitely stop by and experience how warm and welcoming this city really is. For the next place will be explained by Alia Dewi Putri.
And one place that you must see, must visit, and must be proud of is the Sukabumi Pendopo. Hello, my name is Alia, and I will explain Pendopo Sukabumi. Just a building standing in the city center, it is a symbol of Sukabumi's historical journey and silent witness to various important events, and a space that has always played a significant role both culturally, socially, and politically. Architecturally, the Sukabumi Pendopo has its own unique charm. Its design blends traditional Sundanese architecture with a strong colonial influence. Large pillars, high joglo, and the spacious, shaded courtyard create a grand yet warm atmosphere. Upon entering the Pendopo area, the ambience immediately changed, calm, classic, and rich in history. The Sukabumi Pendopo consists of several important parts, such as the main building, large living room, which is commonly used for official event and welcoming important guests. The side pavilion, which is usually used for meetings or community discussion. And the front and side gardens, ideal for recreation and a popular photo spot for visitors. The documentation room and gallery, which house historical photos and important archives about the city of Sukabumi. Additionally, the Pendopo is equipped with various supporting facilities such as a spacious and secure parking area, clean and well-maintained public restroom, accessibility features for people with disabilities, including ramps and handle, free Wi-Fi with design to 24 hours lighting and security, especially during evening events, and of course, friendly and helpful cleaning staff and managers. However, what makes this Pendopo special is not just its structure, but more than that. The Pendopo is living space. Here, various important religious activities take place, from government meetings, welcoming state guests, to cultural and artistic events. Now, Pendopo is also gaining wider recognition among the general public. Many communities, young people, and even student unity the Pendopo area for educational activities, historical documentation, or simply to relax and enjoy the atmosphere of cultural heritage. In the heart of the city, this is proof that the Pendopo is not even an exclusive place. It is a public space that we must all preserve together. From a tourism perspective, the Pendopo is strategically located. Its central city location makes it easily accessible, close to Digital Square and Masjid Agung Sukabumi and the local food center. It's perfect for a city tour with a strong historical vibe. And
most importantly, the Pondopo is heritage, not just to be remembered, but to be preserved, because this place holds our identity as resident of Sukabumi, who we are, where we come from, and what we inherit to future generations. So come and get to know the Sukabumi Pondopo, not just for photos, but to be appreciated. And next up is Alun-Alun and Masjid Agung Sukabumi that will be explained by Dinda.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Peace and blessing be upon us all. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and all my dear friends. Today, we've been taken on a tour to explore some fascinating places in Sukabumi, from Dewi Sartika and City Hall to the vibrant Dago area, Lapang Merdeka, and the multicultural Pendopo or Old Crush. Now, allow me to close this presentation by introducing two iconic landmarks that are deeply rooted in the lives of the people: Alun-Alun Sukabumi and Lapang Merdeka Sukabumi. Let's begin with Alun-Alun Sukabumi. Located on the Shamsuddin Street in the city center, this square has transformed from a simple field into a modern, aesthetic, and welcoming public space, thanks to revelations by the West Java government and the 20M22 inaugurated by Governor Ridwan Kamil. Now, it offers a children's playground, green turf, open seating, and walking paths. Its classical tiered center is popular for gathering of skating. Many come just to enjoy the ambience, especially at night under the glowing garden lights. More than just a fun spot, the square is social hub, a place where people meet, relax, and enjoy local snacks like chilok, seblak, or sotomi. It's the city's heartbeat, where everyone feels at home. Right next to it stands the Masjid Agung Sukabumi, a majestic symbol of faith and togetherness. With its 3 golden domes and 4 tall minarets, the mosque stands out as one of Sukabumi's most prominent landmarks. The building combines Leisure's modern Islamic architecture with spiritual significance. Inside, the spacious prayer hall welcomes thousands of worshippers, especially on Fridays and during Ramadan. The calm interior, with its bright lighting and neat red carpet, creates a peaceful space for prayer and reflection. That this mosque is not only a place of worship, it's a community space. Children learn about religion here. Visitors take photos of the architecture, and people from all backgrounds find peace and comfort. Its position beside the square reflects a beautiful harmony between the spiritual and the social, the sacred and the public. Ladies and gentlemen, and dear friends, these two places, Alun-Alun and Masjid Agung Sukabumi, are one of our connection with others, the other connection with the divine. Let us not only know them, but appreciate them, because they are more than landmarks. They are part of the living spirit of our city. Thank you for your attention. I am Dinda. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye bye.
A few moments later, a few inches later, 2 hours later, 1 eternity later.
Thank you for watching, guys. See you in the next video. Bye
Bye
bye.
bye.